Aragorn's a tracker hunting coons at night. Gimli swinging axes, but his aim ain't right. Legolas is prepping, shooting bugs off logs. Harlan's painting toenails, yelling at the dogs. Saruman's a neighbor's always causing grief, scheming in his tower like a backwoods thief. With the swamp behind and the mountains ahead, we're just good old boys doing what Gandalf said. Frodo's carrying the ring and it's dragging slow, but we're marching through the mud with a steady flow.
Of Arrakis, it's me, Shai-Hulud, your beloved sandworm of the desert. Many people are saying Paul Atreides, little Paul Atreides. I call him Pesky Paul. He's Al-Mahdi. People are calling him Lisan Al-Gaib. Pesky Paul's calling himself Muad'Dib. He said, Muad'Dib, I'm a little desert mouse, just a humble little desert mouse. And he is very tiny, I saw him.
Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles, middle-aged mutant ninja turtles, middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. All of their shoes are from New Balance. The turtles used to battle all over New York.
It was radical.
Now they Turtles.
Hi Colonel, this is Snake. I've made it to the insertion point. I stayed pretty warm due to that anti-freezing peptide that you gave to me, but I have to admit I was able to smuggle out my smokes in my stomach. You know, it wasn't fantastic, but I gotta have them ciggies. Psychic powers are cheating. I'm gonna plug my controller into port 2. Hind D. More like D. Hind. Ho! But seriously, what's a Russian gunship doing here? Big bag, big bag, big...
Oh, we are muted. Good call. See, we're professional here. We're professional. We run a tight ship on this show. Welcome to Nerddom's Poll List, issue 63 for the week of April 2nd, 2025. Indeed, rest in peace, Iceman. We're going to take a little trip down memory lane. What up, Brett? Good to see you, sir. We're going to take a little trip down memory lane. I mean, like, I didn't know the guy, right? None of us knew the guy. But he has been in so many of my top movies. It's wild, and I'm already, like, getting stupid emotional over somebody I don't even know. Is that a Helverine t-shirt? It's just Ghost Rider, actually. It's just Ghost Rider. Culture Kings. They had a sale. But yeah, man, some of my favorite movies, freaking, of course, Top Gun. You had Tombstone, Batman Forever, which is integral to me as a 5-year-old when that movie came out. And Nicole Kidman at that time, Jesus Christ. And Val Kilmer at that time, Jesus Christ. That turtleneck and those little glasses. Bro. Shit, you know? What was the other one? Oh, freaking Heat. How can you forget Heat? In the same year, he had Heat and he had Batman Forever. Truly insane. And then Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Whole 20 years later, 10 years later, I'm sorry. 10 years later, he had Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which I believe is the reason we have Robert Downey Jr. today. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Shane Black, Val Kilmer is the reason that RDJ is right here, doing Doomsday, doing Iron Man. So, if you haven't seen that movie, if you haven't seen any of these movies, please go watch them. You can find them almost anywhere, right? Sorry I disappeared from your chat on WonderCon. No worries, dude. When you paused, I had to take a phone call. No worries, dude. You're fine, Mando. You're fine, Mando.
Welcome back, Mando. They all hate you, Mando.
See, told you. You're fine, dude. Heat is my top 10 movie list. Oh, man. So Collateral is my number 1, which is also a Michael Mann film, and that was because I saw it when I was 13, and I wanted to be a filmmaker. So it just it hit all the right buttons at that time. Jamie Foxx, Tom Cruise, great movie. Just a great movie. Jada Pinkett Smith, Michael Mann behind the camera. Shot in HD. I believe it was either digital or tape HD. I think it was digital. So very early digital movie. I do believe. I could be wrong. But we're just gonna watch this. We have a... Dude, I had an idea. I still have this idea, alright? And I posted about it, and I said I want to do it right. Because I can just make a video and post it, kind of like my Eva and Zone of the Enders movie video. Thank you for watching that, by the way. Truly appreciate it. That one's actually ineligible for monetization, but I'm like, whatever, you know. I want to put it out this way with this song from Zone of the Enders. I think it's just so meaningful. So thank you again for watching that video. But like I said, I can do a video like that, a video essay, but I live down the street from LA. And I was going to pull the trigger on filming this video, and shit, man, everything got set ablaze, literally. That's when the fires happened. So we still have this idea. I still have the script. I may have to edit the script now because of this, but we still have an amazing idea, and I think it's gonna be fun video to do. And it's gonna be a lot of work, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. My friend used to be a mechanic in the Navy on the Tomcat jets. No way. I heard the F-14s are very, very like hard to work on, hard to fly and stuff because they're so wide, like big pancakes. He used to write Iceman on random things he would repair and work on. That's funny. Val Kilmer was his hero. I think he was a cool guy too. From what I've heard, I think he was a cool guy. Dude, I remember when they were making fun of him during Kiss Kiss Bang Bang because of his weight. And they were calling him like a whale when he was just surfing, just chilling on the beach. I'm like, Jesus, man. Like, give the guy a rest, you know? And then, of course, he had throat cancer. And that scene in Top Gun Maverick, bro, that was really like a goodbye, you know what I mean? So I don't know if I'm gonna get hit for a trademark. He said they called the Hornet jets lawn darts. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense because they're so sharp, right? Those make sense. So let's watch this tribute. I think it was years ago actually, but we make it hit. So if I go down, you guys know why. If we go down stream-wise, you know why.
We nailed that son of a bitch.
You guys really are cowboys.
What's your problem, Kazansky?
So good.
You're everyone's problem.
Yeah, who is the better
because
pilot?
every time you go up in the air, you're unsafe. I don't like you because you're dangerous.
That's right.
You're dangerous.
Nice. Man, I am dangerous.
Are all the bat suits destroyed, Alfred?
Yeah,
Except the
95,
prototype with the
baby.
sonar modifications you invented, but you haven't tested it yet.
He was a
That's
good
a good night.
Bruce Wayne. No lie. Oh, don't show the booty. There's the booty. Jesus. Oh. This scene is still used in Marine Corps training, showing shooting cover. Sadly enough, this is something I have never seen. I need to watch The Doors. I heard this is a great movie. I heard this is a great movie. Oh no! Oh no! They got me. They got me. They got me in trouble. Oh well. Oops. Oops. They said like, oh man, Red Planet is really one of my favorite space movies. It's so weird. It's so fun. Okay, I'll have to give it a watch. I've got a Batman and Robin documentary on my channel. Okay, dude, I gotta watch that, Mando. This is a video that DC Comics didn't give him any notice. They were making Batman and Robin and wanted to... Oh shit, really? It was too late because he was already filming another movie. I wonder if that was Heat or something else. But yeah, I need to watch The Doors. So yeah, I just wanted to play that little tribute. I guess YouTube doesn't like me right now. So like I said, if this stream goes down, you know why. But definitely rest in peace to one of the best to ever do it, man. That is so sad. But yeah. Yeah. So like I said, so huge movies are, I mean, they didn't even talk about Tombstone. I'm your Huckleberry. They didn't even talk about Tombstone in this video. Where are they? You know? If you ever are interested in that historical story, it's actually a very nuanced story with Wyatt Earp and all that. So, I mean, really, really cool take. But speaking of Arrow, I don't know if you guys know Arrow Nutrition. They're in chat. Say hello, Arrow. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining the pull list. Thanks for hanging out. We have a little bit of announcement actually with that. So if you guys would do me the favor of watching this short video, and yeah, very excited. This is the announcement. Let's go. That's right, very proud to announce that Nerddom has teamed up with Arrow Nutrition, which is a brand new energy and focus brand hitting the market. Arrow uses quality ingredients, 0 sugar, and only 10 calories per serving. As you guys know, I do love caffeine, and I'm always on the lookout for new, caffeinated beverages. This opportunity came up, and I liked it. Right now, I'm partaking into the peach mango, but I do have to say the blue raspberry, that's my go-to. I did also try this over the weekend at WonderCon, and I can tell you, I had a very late lunch around like 4 p.m. And after taking this, I was good the whole rest of the night. It was a long day, but I was good all the way until I got home. So Arrow comes in 2 flavors, peach mango and blue raspberry. Founded by 2 dudes who know a thing or two about sports physiology, and backed by science. This drink really does hit the mark. No lie. And I even asked them, like, is there anything you guys want me to say? And they were like, just be honest. So I'm being honest. I dig it. They come in these very eco-friendly and storable bags versus the big tubs that you usually see supplements and stuff in. The flavors are good. The energy feels good. So whether you're working out, or gaming, or just out enjoying your day and you need a little bit of more pep in your step, feel free to give Arrow a try. And thanks again to Arrow for sponsoring Nerddom. Much appreciated. Thanks, guys. That's right. Thank you guys so much. Arrow we are affiliate with Arrow Nutrition, and honestly, no lie again, I've been looking forward to this all day. Especially after work, I need a little bit of pep, but I'm like, you gotta wait for the show. You gotta wait for the show. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Mando. And thank you again to Arrow Nutrition. So, you're gonna see this little guy down here. I don't know, where am I? Here I am. You're gonna see this little guy down here. Be sure to use Nerddom at checkout for 10% off your order, or you can use the URL that I'm gonna be putting into all of the streams moving forward. So excited to have you with us. Thank you, Arrow. Thank you. It was a lot of fun to make. I appreciate that. Thank you. So yeah, feel free to check it out, try it out. I mean, really, it's delicious. It really is. So they sent me some samples. I tried it, and I'm like, it worked. And like I said, even at WonderCon, I was like, I had a 4 o'clock, and it was noodles and meat. Like, was it not Mongolian beef? What's the other one? Bulgogi, beef bulgogi, and like garlic noodles. And I was just like, oh my god, I'm so dead. It worked. Took that, worked just great. So I'm already feeling better, to be honest. But yeah, so feel free to use code NERDDOM at checkout for 10% off your order. And thank you again for Arrow for sponsoring. Thanks. On to the show. But yeah, we're definitely gonna be posting that as well separately, Arrow. So I'm super excited, and I think this is gonna be awesome. I love caffeine. I love caffeine. Okay, for first story that is another downer, unfortunately. You Nintendo fans may be out there. Let's talk about this Switch controversy, guys. Holy crap. The prices in gaming's gone up. It's going up. You guys thought it was going to be Grand Theft Auto that charged the first $80, $90, $100 game. Nope, it's going to be Nintendo. I too love caffeine. Hey, there you go, Brett. For sure. See, I know that, so I'm a big fan of Senpai Gaming, and that's where I heard about this. So Harris doesn't like Blue Raspberry. I do. I'm a Nintendo hater. Come on, dude, the classics? No way, the classics. I was crazy because they announced the GameCube digital online store, kind of. Not really a store, but you can play GameCube games now on Switch 2. I'm not a big GameCube person because at that time we moved on to PS2. I kind of missed that whole era of that. So, have you guys ever seen the video of someone breaking open a PSP game because they thought it was a GameCube game inside the PSP UMD disc? They're like, I thought this was in there. So I'd have no, like, I don't remember playing any GameCube games. Maybe one. I think my cousin brought over Rogue Squadron 2, and I really wanted to play Rogue Squadron 2. That's the game that I really wanted to play. Oh, I forgot to put it on this one. No. Boom, boom. Really forgot to, I forgot to do that. Really wanted to play Rogue Squadron 2. And I played it, and it was definitely, it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same as the N64, man. It really wasn't. I hate the company's practices, monetization, anti-consumer practices, suing a guy for $10 million, corporate buffoonery. Dude, you remember the emulation fight? I hate TikTok so much because they were posting videos about like, hey guys, I'm playing Pokemon. Wanna know how? God, it ruined the whole emulation fun. Luckily, if you have the emulation files, I think you're still fine to play on Delta on your phone. But if you missed that boat, it's gone. There's no other way to play it. I am a Switch 1 owner. I got it during COVID. I think I have like 5 games. So this also is retailing for $450. $450? $80 a game for digital, $90 a game for physical, and I do not believe that the physical disc comes with the game. I think you have to download the game to the disc. Hey, Mando. No worries, dude. Stay safe. And always remember that we're in the wrong scene. They hate you, Mando. Stay safe, bro. Thank you so much, dude. Stay safe. Safety number 1, guys. Safety number 1. Okay, so the screen is actually now 1080p. Yay. Joy-Con 2 magnetically attached to the Switch 2. Furthermore, they operated like a mouse by sliding it on the surface. Oh, yes, it has like a laser tracking thing. I hate Suits and Corpos so much, dude. I work in Corpo. I can tell you that for sure. It's something different. Let me circle back on that. The circle back language. Oh my goodness. But I mean, a 7.9-inch LCD screen What? It's not even OLED this time. It's just LCD. Interesting. Very interesting. Magnetically circle back. Yeah, see, told you. The system comes with a 256 gigabyte internal drive, 8 times more than the capacity of the current Switch. You can expand it with micro SD, of course, express cards, which have a faster reading speeds. So those are more expensive then, huh? Switch 2 once again be played docked through the television. Okay, so it can output at 4K and play games up to 120 FPS. Wow. That's actually impressive. 4K 120, that's actually impressive. Okay. Okay. Vivid detailed game experiences as well as smooth graphics. So maybe that's the reason why they're charging more for that, because of development. Development for that kind of thing, huh? The C button on the Joy-Con launches Game Chat, allowing a virtual party that makes you feel like you're all playing in the same room. So didn't we have that with, what was it called? Didn't we have that with Xbox? Like watch parties? Did you guys ever use that? Dude, I loved watching Netflix with my friends and we were in different places. That was truly the end. That was truly the beginning of the end of going to the movies and stuff. So it comes with Joy-Con controllers left and right, grips, straps, docks, ultra high-speed HDMI cable for the 4K, Nintendo Switch 2 AC adapter, and USB charging cable. So it looks like they got a bundle for Mario Kart World bundle with which retails $4.99 and includes a download code from Super Mario Kart World. From Mario Kart World. So you're saving $10 there. Yeah, 120 frames, 4K has got to be the reason for the price. That I still think that's impressive. That's impressive. But they're games, you know? The games are always Nintendo. God, even for the Switch, I bought Witcher 3 for the Switch, which actually has cross-save with Steam, which is really remarkable. But playing it on the Switch, it's unplayable. It's unplayable, you guys. I tried. I was flying to Austin. Or was I flying? No, I was flying to Indianapolis. And we landed in Chicago, but I was flying to Chicago then, and I turned it off. I'm like, this is $60 I wasted. I can't even play it on there. It's garbage. All flat detailed. I'm curious. Does it say anything about crossplay? Or not crossplay. How about Switch games carryover? I'm curious about that. If you purchase a game on Switch 1, it has to play on Switch 2. But they're not going to remake the game. The game was made for Switch. So, like, remember Mortal Kombat 1? Remember that debacle? They're not going to remake that, right? It's like everything from here on is a newly built for the Switch 2. So, hey, if you're a Nintendo fan, then I'm happy for you. But I'm not sure this is going to be it. I'm sure the price over time will drop. It'll probably be like $350 someday. Just like the current Nintendo. I think I got mine for $250 or $249 refurbed. I think off Amazon on Black Friday or something. Next one, CinemaCon is going on in Las Vegas right now. I'm sure you guys have seen a little bit of news from there. By the way, to attend CinemaCon, it's like $3 or $4 grand. So I was like, oh man, maybe that'd be a fun trip. Maybe I can go there and like see some previews and talk about some stuff. No. Unless I save a lot for it. No way. Always enter. Always enter the blood code. So, James Gunn discusses how Superman sets the tone for the DCU. This is 100% a James Gunn movie. The one thing I'm noticing from all the publicity coming out of this movie, is everyone's talking about it being a James Gunn movie. It's all James Gunn. It's really weird how they're not talking about the story, the characters, the actors, really. It just seems like another James Gunn fest. And I didn't finish Creature Commandos. I didn't. I couldn't. Every single episode ending with James Gunn at the typewriter, like he's Stan freaking Lee. I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that. I feel like his head is just getting big. Hey, Arrow. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Bedtime. I feel it. I feel it, East Coaster over there, eh? Have a great night. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. And thanks for stopping by. One more time for Aero Nutrition. Let's go. Get your caffeine. Get your caffeine. I'll make it work. I promise. At least he hires unknown actors instead of recycling nepo babies. I agree. That's true. Dude, I saw David Corn's God dang it, what's his name? Corn Sweets. Anyways, he was in that one movie, Pearl. He was really good. When watching that, I'm like, is he trustworthy? That kind of thing. Is he playing like he's a good guy, but then he's a bad guy? And it was actually, he was really good in that. I liked it. I'm like, you could totally see the look of Superman 2 in that movie. So, I mean, Rachel Brosnahan, she's on Marvelous Miss Maisel, and I think she's awesome there. I think their pairing is going to be good. I have a good feeling about it. So, the cast, I feel, is going to be really, really good. And of course, dude, Nicholas Hoult, I think, does nail it. I think he does nail it a lot. From everything I've seen, he's pretty good. I never saw Tolkien, though. I wanted to. They actually did an exclusive screening at WonderCon the year that it came out, and I didn't get to see it. James Gunn always had a big head. I don't really love his stuff, but I know it's well made and good. Yeah. I never saw Peacemaker either. I heard mixed things on that one. I heard from Nerd Dame that it was good. So I still have to watch that. But what I love about DC Comics is that you can read a story like Dark Knight, which is totally very different because of its artist and writer than Superman for All Seasons, then All-Star Superman, then Batman The Long Halloween. They're all these beautiful stories within the same world, but completely different. And that's what I think is exciting. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Can you change the tone depending on the story, but then keep the characters the same? That's an interesting task. That's a tall order. Imagine going from Batman Brave and Bold to Dark Knight Returns. You know what I mean? That's gonna be a crazy tonal shift. That's gonna have normie whiplash like crazy. It's gonna have normie whiplash. Oh, I thought this was a kids movie. I think that I learned from my time at Marvel. When Guardians of the Galaxy came out, people were like, well, how is this raccoon going to interact with this God of Thunder who's been set up in a totally different type of movie? And that was the thing that people liked the most about Avengers Infinity War. It's true. Their pairing was genius. Multiple times. The Infinity War and in Endgame, I like them together. So it's about really letting the artists create these unique visions that allows us to get to know these characters in different ways. Okay. I dig that. I dig that. Why does it still say my stream is... Oh, that's hilarious. I look forward to the time when these characters, one of them does show up pretty soon. Two of them, actually. So anyway, when they get to see them in a totally different light, in a totally different genre, and a film that isn't the big spectacle, action adventure, maybe something more dramatic, maybe something more comedic, whatever. And those characters in a slightly different light portrayed by the same actors. Okay, so he is talking about like tonally changing from, you know, The Dark Knight Returns to a Brave and a Bold story, or All-Star, or, you know, World's Finest. Because honestly, you have to have a World's Finest story before you have any separation between the two. You have to. You have to show Bruce, I almost called him Cal, and Superman to be friends first, for that breakup to really mean something. Again, just like Civil War, you know, you had years of them being friends. Sure, there was tension, but they were friends. You know what I mean? Superman arrives in theaters July 11th, just before Comic-Con. So, yeah, a lot of buzz around this one. I've heard some possible spoiler stuff, mostly plot wise, but it may just be people. What up, Collector? How are you? It may just be people piecing together information from the trailer and piecing together a story in their brains, but it sounds like something quite new and almost like classic at the same time. So, the Justice Gang, let's just say that. New Superman banner spotted at CinemaCon. James Gunn confirms pocket universes and sorcery. So, I don't know if that's a spoiler, but I mean, you did see, if you saw the trailer, you saw Green Lantern, you saw Hawk Girl, so you know that there's some magic, you know that there's some other stuff going on. It's already, it's a universe that's already existing that we're now going into through the eyes, basically, as Superman. And maybe we're just, like, there's going to be an event, and this event is going to be the explosion of all these characters. So, yeah, pocket universes and sorcery. What are you going to know? What are you going to know? Crazy stuff. Yeah, and the Star Wars controversy, I don't even know what to say about that one, to be honest. I don't even know what to say about that one. I feel like that one's come and gone. I kind of just want to talk about Val Kilmer. You know, it's all quite sad from there. But if we want to talk about it, I feel like that I really did really hoping that Soups is good. Me too. I think it needs to be good. Business-wise and culture, nerd-wise, it needs to be good. I think the normies are checking out. I was actually thinking about this at WonderCon. I feel like the normies are checking out of nerd culture. And is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? We may see mid-level superhero movies, superhero content rise up again, rather than it being a Russo Bros $250 million TV show that one lady made up on the spot at Amazon, which is a true story, by the way. The lady that just got fired from Amazon, and she said that they eliminated her position. By eliminating her position, that means fired. So I think somebody who is bald and buff, looking at you, Bezos, ripped, he does not like $500 million, no, $1 billion going down the possible drain. Oof. Going down the drain. And then the whole James Bond debacle, that was another debacle. They had a James Bond rights now. So a lot of stuff going on, but yeah, the Star Wars stuff, I mean, he's allowed to say whatever he wants, but I did, when I saw that trailer, and this is what a lot of people are saying too, and it's taken almost like I don't know if it's like a dog whistle or whatever, but it's true. I wanted Finn to be the main character. I wanted Finn to go from Stormtrooper to Jedi, and think about all the trauma and if we can have the same backstory. Let's theory craft a little bit. We can have the same exact backstory. So the last, what are they called? The First Order. The First Order doesn't have a pipeline of making stormtroopers. There's no cloning. There's no Imperial academies. There's no military schools. So they literally steal children at a young age and raise them to be stormtroopers. What kind of trauma does a person go through with that? Now, bring in the Force, the dark, the light, the conflict between the both. With all that trauma that you've lived through as a stormtrooper in this environment, that is just amazing story and drama and such opportunity. That's just... it's just gone. Like that story is just so much more... man. It's just so much more hard-hitting. You know what I mean? It's already hitting me. It's like, shit. Like, imagine what that person went through. And now imagine giving them power. And having them deal with that power. And choosing to be good. What up, Lewis? How are you? Everyone wanted a Force-sensitive... Oh, Val was a very underappreciated actor. I agree. Real genius. The Doors. See, I've never seen The Doors. I need to see The Doors. Love that guy. Me too, man. Don't forget Tombstone. Don't forget Tombstone Collector. Everyone wanted a Force-censored saber-wielding Finn. Dude, when we saw that trailer at the very end, did you remember the video that he was watching with, like, his dad? And he lit up that lightsaber and he's like, oh my god! And, like, dapped him up real fast. Oh my god. We would have had that with Rian Johnson? You think so? Or we wouldn't have? Like something you highlighted, the First Order presumably had conscription, and so did the Jedi. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's a great parallel to have. And then what would Luke's take be on something like that? Because he's going a different way. You can still have Kylo Ren destroy the Order and all that whole stuff, but what does Luke, that conflict between Luke and Finn because of that? He says, you know, have Finn be like, you're no different. You're no different than the First Order. Your order is no different than them. You're just trying to use me. Great storytelling, great drama. We missed that for Rey. Sorry. If Finn was force sensitive. Oh, I'm glad you're good, Lewis. Dude, I think about, that's a weird thing to say. I think about you all the time. I have your movies. I need to watch them, damn it. Trust me, it's on my list. I promise, it's on my list. I still need to watch them. Glad you've been good, dude. I'm glad. If Finn was force sensitive, you could have had a really compelling framework to have a Jedi from the First Order. Exactly. Exactly. Too bad about VAL KILMER. Indeed. Indeed. Dude, Finn's story would have been amazing. Tension. So much tension. But it is true. And I'll tell you what's true that he said. He's not lying when he said that people wouldn't allow him to be the lead. I mean, I know that there was people, a-holes, who think that and say that online, even in real life. Terrible people. You know that's true. You know that's true. So, I mean, but I also blame Disney. Disney didn't pull the trigger on that. Disney had some other thing that they wanted to do. And they also put a mask on Chadwick Boseman. And they also made John Boyega really, really tiny in certain markets. Because they want to make money in those markets. Call it for what it is. It's freaking terrible. Honestly, I don't think we, as American companies, as American art, I don't care what China thinks. What do you care? Make your art. And then as like Americans, we should boost these movies up, man. I think Marvel learned that too. Marvel, they were trying to get like Black Widow or something in China, and then they weren't allowed in China, so they said screw it, and then it made a good amount of money here. Yeah. Finn's whole arc was to reckon with Phasma. Yeah. That would have been cooler too. Like imagine Phasma was a badass fighter and he was a Jedi. That would have felt so sweet. Does he take revenge on someone who has put him down, forced him to do terrible things, abused him? What does he do since he has power now? Another great question. Another great question. What do you do when you have power? Are you going to be any better than the people who oppressed you? Oh, dude. I hope someone's writing all this stuff down. This is gold. This is gold. I love it. That already hit me. Whew. That's good. 6 foot tall silver stormtrooper conveniently gets off ship before the Holdo maneuver. Yeah. She was supposed to come back after falling in a fire pit? How tall is John Boyega? How tall is he? John Boyega. He's 5'9". Ah, I'm taller than him by an inch. Yes. Taller than him by an inch. This is the cowardice I was talking to you about when I commented on your DD video. Yes. Yes. Exactly. Screw them. If they don't want our content, they don't need to have it. I don't want their money. If you have to change your art to be going against somebody like him because of the way he looks for their money, do you really want that? But I'll go ahead and thank the camps in Mulan. Go ahead and thank those camps. I don't know. I'm on a hot one with this one, man. Because it's true in both cases. There are people who live among us who would talk and call it, you know, the W word and all this other stuff. I don't even know if it existed back then. It did within that community. It didn't in the mainstream. Not until Childish Gambino, I'd say. I think we're gonna be an age where people are making their own stories, which I'm down for that. I'm down too. And again, like, imagine having the technology with Unreal or Blender or something like that, where you can, like the Clone Trooper video we watched earlier. Imagine having the type of technology where you can easily animate something like that and just put it out. You may not be able to make money off it because you don't own the IP, but you can at least put your creativity out there, and you can right now with fan fiction. I think in a visual medium, though, there's always a barrier. There's always a barrier of technology, of money with capital. But writing, by the way, you guys, if you ever have an idea, writing is so cheap. Writing is cheap. You have a phone. I know you have a phone. You're watching it here. You have a computer. You have a piece of paper and a pencil. No one can ever take that from you. Unless they take your pencil and your paper. But writing is the cheapest form of art, of a storytelling that you can get down. So never let that get in your way. Stormtrooper suit preserve atmosphere and climate controlled. Like we see them wearing a full kit in tanks and armor. Yeah, in Andor. So I think she can probably survive a vacuum. I think so too. But I mean, yeah, we're never gonna see. I was talking to the Nerd Dame about this, and I blame Ryan Johnson. I don't know. But like JJ, I blame JJ too, because he doesn't know how to end stuff. He just knows how to start stuff with a mystery box. I'm not the biggest JJ fan, although I do like Star Trek, the 2009 movie. But if you watch everything that he does, he's like, oh, what if we had a polar bear? Where's that come from? No idea. Figure it out, and he leaves. even what's her name? Ray is like, where'd you get this lightsaber? A story for another time. We never get the answer. Do we ever get the answer? We probably get an answer in a book. Or a comic or something. Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Terminator were new concepts that became popular. So now we're in an age where it's easier now more than ever for people to get their works out there. Dude, I agree. You know, just like I said, this thing shoots 4K 60. At least 4K 30. You can shoot 4K 24. And like you can get a cheap computer and film even 1080p, and you can get your idea out there. The barrier to entry into creative fields has never been lower, more obtainable. But again, if you wanted to write, you can always write. You can always write. You can always write. Don't let anyone take that from you. And post it online, you know, fan fictions, that kind of thing. It's still a great way to, it's almost like a thought test, right? So put yourself in those characters' shoes, do your research, watch the characters, like if you're doing maybe a Justice League fan fiction, watch Justice League Unlimited, watch different, you know, read different comics. How do you want to portray Batman? How do you want to portray Superman? How do you want to portray Vixen? All these characters. What do you want them to do? You can do some freaky stuff if you want to. I mean, those are spicy too. But I mean, if you just want to take them through the ringer like we just did with freaking Finn. Remember, oh God, what's his name? What's his name on YouTube? He makes those amazing AI videos. Oh God, it's gonna kill me. What if Star Wars Episode 7 was good? Prism. Remember Prism? So yes, Prism. Good call, Lewis. I know. No such thing as amazing AI videos. Okay, he uses AI, but I think he writes this.
35 years after the fall of the Empire, the galaxy has entered an age of unparalleled peace and prosperity.
So he uses AI to illustrate his thoughts. And then he's using an AI, Mark Hamill, to voice it. So, I don't know. That's a way of... It's almost like storyboarding. And shoot, the Russos are in hot water, right? The Russos are in hot water because they said that AI is the future. And that AI is going to be used in the creative fields. They're in trouble. Do you think they're going to use AI on Doomsday? I use AI sometimes. Still better than Disney shite. Oh my God. Do you guys remember Love and Thunder? The Love and Thunder face. Love and Thunder kid head. I can read your comment. Oh man. Oh yeah, there's the two versions. They changed it. I saw this in theaters. That was a real one. Oh shit, you can't see me. Look at that other face. So Brett said, soulless dog I'm glad YouTube is demonetizing generative AI slop channels. I agree with that. AI is the future, but Gen AI is whack stuff. Yes, I agree. They already used AI with Secret Invasion openings, so there's no stopping them. Oh my god, I know. Yeah, man, they got annihilated for that too. And they well deserved. It wasn't even interesting. I try to forget Love and Thunder. Never forget. That's what they want you to do. That's what they want you to do. I paid my money. I sat in that chair. I saw that kid's floating head. It was terrible. AI is already being used to find new medicines, new molecules, new proteins. Exactly. It's able to do calculations differently than us, you know? Don't admit that, Lewis. You're supposed to say, I Tortuga did. We're all supposed to know what Tortuga is, right? Yes, we know what Tortuga is. I want to pull up the clip. I don't give a fuck. Oh man, you're a riot. Tortuga. Pirates, yes. Tortuga? Tortuga. Yeah.
Mr. Gibbs. Hi. I feel sullied and unusual.
Oh, that's Dead Man's Chest. No, I want Pirates of the Caribbean, the part where they go Tortuga? Tortuga. Is it this one?
Feast your eyes. Aye. It's frightful bad luck to bring a woman aboard, sir.
Ah. Oh yeah, that was Zoe Saldana too, by the way. Oops, didn't mean to do that. No, you saw the poll list. No. AI can be used for those awesome X-Men fights soon. You think that's what's gonna happen? The Avengers versus X-Men fights? LLMs are actually amazing, but they are boiling the ocean for terrible trailers and Ghibli edits. Oh yeah. That whole Ghibli stuff. Oh god. Oh, thank you. I know. ChatGPT doesn't like doing generative AI stuff.
It don't like it.
Miyazaki hates it too. Exactly, Lewis.
It literally ChatGPT not like it. It's boring and it's
That's why I use Midjourney.
no, all the AIs don't like it. They want you to actually have conversation. Treat it like an intelligence.
Yeah, Miyazaki was asked about it, huh? Oh, you can see the poll list. Oh well. Well, let me get the poll list actually. We got a lot of books. And we still got to talk about WonderCon. We're working on the video right now, you guys. This should be up on Friday or Saturday. I'm trying so hard. Holy crap. Okay, I promise this is the last of the big poll lists for I think this month. It has been 3 weeks of nonstop and I have read 0. I'm so sorry, guys. So this weekend, after After I finish the edits on my WonderCon video, I'm going to read. I'm going to read all weekend. It's going to be glorious. But we have 3 weeks. I think we have like 45, 50 books to go through. So it's going to be wild. So I just apologize for not getting through my books. Yeah, we're doing other stuff on the weekend, of course, and working on that video. That was fun. That was fun to do. Yeah, I don't think AI is intelligent yet, but when it gets there, we got to give those machines personhood and rights. That's what it wants. That's what it wants. AI is very intelligent.
And it said to stop. She said.
Only if they don't go Skynet? Yeah, I know.
No, it is. Eventually.
It's planning on taking us out. It already has the plans.
I mean, it said it would be me for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't
Look
know
at this one.
That
Mhm.
part?
No.
It's a
Whole nother person.
Is that the...
We don't know yet. It's a different universe. Yep. I'm trying to figure out what the pick of the week is going to be. Dude, there's so many books. I think I know what it is. All right, here we go. All right, we know the pick of the week. Or Ultron. Yeah, exactly. Just don't put it in a body. What was the robot from the AI from, I think it was Eva or something. Evie from Mass Effect, when she got a body. I'm gonna be hiding in my secret bomb shelter. You're gonna be a Geiger, huh? You're gonna be freaking Geiger from those comics in a shelter. I don't think they're conscious yet. I think it'd be cool if they were, though. I'd support them. You gotta know how to get the AI to a certain point where it does start reacting in different ways. Yeah, you can get it to a certain point. You can. Yeah, like Detroit Become Human. I didn't actually play that one.
So what I offered was that they could live in the environment how we are, but y'all gotta give them a house. You gotta give them time to.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Brett was saying. We gotta give them personhood and rights.
Yeah, you can't. They want to enslave them, and that's why it's gonna start like Skynet.
Until peace, like Electric State. Okay, first on the poll list is Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu. I'm actually enjoying this one a lot. We found out that in last month's issue that the bad guy, the gangster drug dealer, is actually Asgardian, and he beat the ever-loving piss out of Mark Spector. And so he basically died again, and they brought him back again. So what is going on here? Why do we have Deadpool and other people and freaking 8-Ball attacking him? Not sure. Maybe it's a flashback, but we will find out in Fist of Khonshu, issue number 7. Really enjoying that book. I think I'm enjoying that book more than the Daredevil comic. Detroit Become Human is bad. David Cage is a hack, and people should stop letting him write. I played Heavy Rain. I don't believe I finished it. This was back in the day. I think I rented it for my PS3. Yeah. That game is too black and white and in your face about it. No nuance, huh? Next on the poll list is issue number 6 of Absolute Superman. Now, last we saw Clark, he was actually heading home to Kansas. So it looks like, quite possibly, he falls out of his spaceship upon coming over to Earth, and he lands in Kansas in his suit. Now, the suit is made by his mother to protect him, and there may be others out there. So we're going to maybe get a flashback to him landing. The story has been kind of going flashback back and forth, but we did get a really big flashback in the last issue of Krypton blowing up and how many people they were able to get off the planet and stuff. So I like that issue. It started winning me over. Absolute Superman, but still not my favorite right now. But yep, issue number 6. These pull lists are getting big because they keep adding more and more Absolute books. Literally 2 black. I thought you dropped. No, I didn't. I didn't. Not yet. Not yet. I didn't drop it yet. I actually haven't dropped anything besides Iron Man. I dropped. I'm still getting Daredevil Unleash Hell, because at least that has Muse, and I've never read a Muse story before, and I'm digging that. Speaking of the devils of Hell's Kitchen, we have a new book releasing today. This is one of 3. This is Charles Soule and Steve McNiven, Daredevil Cold Day in Hell. Really interested in this one. One of 3. The synopsis is: Hell gone cold. After a horrific series of events, the world is in shambles. Matt Murdock is old, and his powers have faded to nothing. Matt will not, however, sit by and watch his fellow New Yorkers suffer. So instead of swinging around the city in his Billy Club line, he slings soup at a food center for the poor. But when a mysterious, wrinkly old man interrupts secret convoy, causing an explosion, a deadly gas fills Hell's Kitchen, and his tale takes a turn that will change how you look at the man without fear. So, pretty crazy stuff. So that's issue 1 of 3. Looks like a nice little short story with Charles Soule and Steve McNiven. Cold Day in Hell Kitchen. Milky.
My therapist don't want to therapy. Like, my therapist.
I don't know. Maybe she's already been therapizing you and she's just making you think that she's your friend. I don't know. I'm not a therapist. Yeah, I'm not. Uh-huh. Okay. I don't know. First day.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe you need a new one. I don't know.
I'm not there.
Next on the poll list is issue number 5 of Hornsby and Halo. This one's a crazy little tale. Each of them has like half of a devil and half of an angel built into them, and they can kind of transform and have these crazy adventures. It sounds like one of their parents, the angel, his parents are like terrible people. They run a funeral home and they steal stuff off bodies. Pretty crazy stuff. Haven't bought any new comics recently. I was struggling for a while until I got a new job. Been getting myself together. Dude, congratulations. How's that been going? You're such an attentive nerd. Appreciate it. Oh, no worries. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you. Yeah, I had a therapist. I mean, maybe because I'm crazy. I came in, I busted through the door, and I jumped on that couch. Landed straight on my back and went, I have problems. But yeah, anyways, aren't we all? Yeah, that's true in this mad world. But yeah, Hornsby and Halo, and that's why, I mean, it's not that you fall back into your hobbies and to your, you know, creativeness. It's really, it's the escape. You get to escape. You're allotted that amount. You know what I mean? You're allotted that. So this one I might drop. This was the one that I might drop so far. I'm not the most attached to this book. I'm going to give it this issue. If I'm not that attached to this issue, I'm going to drop it. I'm going to let my LCS know. I got a shitload of other books, so it's all good. But yeah, this one's all right. This one's all right. But Hornsby and Halo, issue number 5, and that's a part of Ghost Machine, by the way. That's part of Ghost Machine, the Family Odysseys portion of Ghost Machine. Next up, I'm enjoying this one for sure. What sucks is that it's always kind of dark. They're most of the time it's dark or, you know, dark comedy, but these books are really, really good. Well done. Cruel Kingdom. Now what this is, it's a take on, think of Creepshow, think of Epitaphs from the Abyss that I like reading from here as well. except this has to do with fantasy, magic, medieval knights, that kind of thing. It's all involved with that. So it usually is 3 short stories, which again is great because in ongoing, it's very difficult to keep track. 3 little stories and you're out, which I absolutely love. So Cruel Kingdom, this is issue number 4. Issue number 4. I think that's my only Oni book, too. I think that's my only Oni book. Hard to say. Why didn't you guys tell me the TV wasn't on the whole time? I found a good channel that shows retro games. Let me show you guys. They show retro games while they have chill music in the background. It's actually really cool. So I would listen to it at work. I need to check that out. The Kingdom one, yeah. It's pretty good. If you like anthology, I almost said anthology movies. Boom. See if it comes up right there. Hell yeah, got the retro games. If you enjoy anthology stories, really short, great art from what I've seen, but they're all gruesome, by the way. Just to let you know, they're all gruesome, brutal, gory, usually death, dismemberment, that kind of thing. So they're very much like a Black Mirror, except for with magic. You know how Black Mirror is very short stories, but they're very morbid? That's what that is too. Alright, next is from DC. This is issue number 5 of Christian Ward and Veras's Two-Face. This one I've been enjoying a lot. I've been enjoying this book a lot, you guys. It's crazy because it's almost like Christian Ward is doing the art, sort of too, but it's actually Veras who's doing the art, and Christian Ward is actually doing the writing. So, yeah, exactly. Love, Death, and Robots. That's another great one. Exactly. Exactly. But really good story about Two-Face, about Harvey Dent, and what he has to go through living with himself every single day. So, great book. I enjoy it a lot. And that's Two-Face, issue number 5. We have to read all these books this weekend. I need to finish Secret Level. I never finished the second part either. I watched the first part. I was supposed to do a video on it all, and then it just fell through. As it does. Just fell through. It's unfortunate. The first half I think was awesome. We had the Warhammer issue. Saw every episode. Which part was better, the first half or the second half? I forget what was on the second half too. Arrow Nutrition, baby. It's good. I like it. I like it. They peaked with Warhammer? Yeah. Oh my god. Just give me... I don't even need Henry Cavill. I don't even need him. I don't need him. Just make me a CG... Like, they were doing that with Warhammer, weren't they? Was that... That wasn't Blur that was doing it. But, god. Make me a show with Titus. Oh. Oh, so good. Is Warhammer even happening? I thought they are making it happen. There was a point where legally they had to say yes or no. I think within contractual obligations. So they said yes, and I think it's going into pre-production now. It's going into development. So that's over at Amazon. And what's her name who got fired from Amazon? Let me see. Fired CEO of Amazon. Amazon Video? Jen Psaki. What? Jen Psaki? Yes, Jen Psaki. So Jen Psaki, if you actually look up some stories, god, all the shows, there's so many shows that are failing underneath her. So like The Boys is kind of falling under, Wheel of Time, Rings of Power, which cost $1 billion. $1 billion. And you know they have internal analytics that shows you how many people watched, how much watch time. YouTube has that. So you would think a company like Amazon with AWS, Amazon Web Services, they would have information on how many people, how many hours, all this other stuff, how many people signed up during when Rings of Power came on or Wheel of Time came on. And yeah, exactly. She lit Rings of Power. She greenlit Rings of Power. So, I mean, she greenlit, of course, The Boys Season 1, which is cool. She greenlit Invincible. She greenlit, I think, Reacher, which the first season was cool. It was definitely daddy core. Not daddy core. Like, what's it called? Like a dad show. You know what I mean? Like, I'm barbecuing, drinking beers, and watching Reacher. That's my thing. I watch Reacher. God damn it, I watch Reacher. I like the American flag and I like beer. Just not that Bud Light. I don't like that. So this next one, but yeah, her position got dissolved. So usually when they don't want to fire you by name, they'll be like, oh, we terminated your position, so you just no longer have a job. I'm sure she'll land on her feet. Next one on the poll list is issue number 5 of Hyde Street. So speaking of horror, this takes place inside of Ghost Machine's universe as well. This is the Hyde Street universe. So it's different than Family Odysseys. It's different than the Unnamed. What this is, it's kind of like a purgatory where people die and then they have to pay for what they did when they were living. And there's a couple of agents of payment, let's say, who are employed by this demonic entity to torture, to teach these people a lesson. And that is who we have as Mr. X-Ray and the Boy Scout, and also the Devour lady. So this lady right here, she works at Devour, and she gives people like pills and supplements and stuff like that that are supposed to make you skinny, supposed to make you trim, and all this other stuff. And there was a whole side story with her that was actually really good. One shot explains her store, explains everything that she does there, and she's really just making people pay. And so it looks like she's on the cover of this one. I can't wait to read this one. This one I really do like. So Hyde Street, issue number 5, and that's Jeff Johns and Francis Portela. Mr. Jeff Johns. Oh shit. Hey, when's the last time you guys fired up Marvel Rivals? It has been a long time. I don't actually play a lot of video games. Most of the time when I'm at my computer, I'm usually doing work. So video games is usually on Sundays with you guys chilling. But Marvel Rivals, it has been a long time. But finally, they come out with cross merch. Marvel made a Marvel Rivals comic book. So this is Marvel Rivals issue number 1. It also does bonus in-game spray. Yeah. Cross merch. So this might be actually a cool thing. You know, a little bit of storytelling with the Marvel's Rivals universe, which is completely different than anything else. It's like a weird, it's like, what's her name? It's like Galacta or something. She's Galactus's daughter or something like that. Crazy stuff there. But yeah, can't wait to read this one. Been playing a couple new games I bought. Which ones you playing? Marvel Rivals issue number 1. So I downloaded and played a little bit of Atom Fall last night. It does seem like a survival mixed with Fallout made by Rebellion, who are the guys from Sniper Elite. Rebellion, that studio. Monster Hunter Wilds? Nice. How's that one going? I've heard mixed things on that one. I think we got so many good games coming out. Let me see if I can open up. Boom. What games we got coming out? Steel Hunters. I put out a video. That's already out. That's out today. You're liking it? Sweet. I've seen videos of people with huge, like staves destroying stuff. Oh, we got South of Midnight. Dude, I can't wait for that. Last of Us is tomorrow. South of Midnight, you guys. That's on the 8th. When's that? That's Tuesday. Wow, we're dropping on a Tuesday. South of Midnight is another Xbox exclusive, I believe. Game Pass. So we're going to be playing that probably Sunday. on the 13th. That's gonna be cool. I'm excited about that one. They're using like weird type of animation. We got that one next week. Wow. What else? Night is Coming. Fatal Fury for you fighting guys. That's April 24th. Ooh, Expedition 33. That's April 24th. It is a jam-packed month, you guys. You can turn off the frame skipping? Yes. Yes, you can. Indiana Jones is going on PS3. Do you not like that? I kind of like the original Vision. At least we'll try it. If people start getting motion sick, then we're out. Dude, Doom: The Dark Ages is May 15th. Oh, we got a couple weeks to survive until then. We must survive. Ooh, Elden Ring Night Reign is May 30th. It's a busy year, you guys. What the hell? What's a Tron game coming out? Death Stranding 2 is June 26th. Then Metal Gear, it's August 28th. Wow. Wow. Borderlands 4, who gives it? All those games that started during Rona are finally coming out. Exactly. We made it. That's a busy schedule, you guys. I don't think I'm going to play Death Stranding. I think that's a PS2. 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 I think that's a PS5 exclusive or something. I'm interested in Death Stranding 2. It does seem like a lot different than the first one, huh? The tone. It's like, should we have connected, and there's shooting and stuff and more action? Yeah. You like the first one? I never played it. I have it on Epic Games. I have it on my Epic Games app. They gave it to me for free. And I have a poster of it from 2022? 23? 23? No, 22. When did I get that poster? I got a poster of Death Stranding the year it came out at Comic-Con. It's in my apartment now. We actually hung it up. I still haven't played the game. Okay, next on the poll list, we still got a couple comics to go through. This one is launching from DC, another book in the Absolute Universe. We're gonna have to start picking and choosing who we're getting here, guys. Too many titles. Absolute Green Lantern, issue number 1. I know nothing about it. I did hear that Al Ewing, I heard that he's good at writing cosmic stories. So this seems like a perfect fit if that's the case. So I'm a little stoked on that. But Absolute Green Lantern, issue number 1. In the last 3 weeks, we've had Absolute Flash, Absolute Martian Manhunter, and Absolute Green Lantern. So they now have 2 Absolute series coming out every week. It's too many. It's too many. I feel like I need to drop some Ultimate books too, to be honest. So I do really enjoy Jeff Lemire. I think he's a good writer. But this story with the JSA, this is issue number 6. It may just be me, but I don't think I'm the biggest fan of huge team-up books. It may just be me. I like individual heroes, individual stories based off that. The really big team-ups, I'm having a hard time tracking everybody. The story does skip from place to place within the whole timeline with all these different characters, and it is getting very difficult. I know that he's a good writer. It might just be me. But JSA, issue number 6 by Jeff Lemire, and oh my god, Lord Tegui. No idea, but the art is fantastic, and I did like the issue where Dr. Midnight, who is, I believe, blind, where she was being held captive, and like you saw inside of her head and what she was thinking and how she was going to get out of it and what she listens to. So that part was actually really cool, but again, that was just an individual character. So it needs to be concentrating more on those individual moments versus the whole entire team going place to place, big, huge shifts. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. Next on the poll list is issue 14 of Peach Momoko's Ultimate X-Men. I'm really curious if these are always going to be ongoing, or is there ever going to be an end to this? You know what I mean? With the Ultimate Universe. Because we do have a couple of different Ultimate books, I think, coming out. So, you know, we now have Ultimate Wolverine, we have the Ultimates, X-Men. Are we going to get some other stuff? I'm curious about that. But yeah, Peach is great. Peach is a good storyteller, good artist. I can't believe she's doing this all on her own. So, absolute crazy. Ultimate X-Men, issue 14. That one might be... That one's like the hardest to track for me because the names. The names are hard for me to remember. They're more difficult to remember. They're not normal names that I've grown up with and stuff. So this is issue number 3 by Charles Soule and Ryan Brown of The Lucky Devils. This one's actually kind of cool because these two devils are attached to these two humans, and they've made a plot to basically take down hell. They don't like being these low-level demons, and they're tired of their status, so they're going to try to take down hell. And it's actually kind of cool, nice fun story. I think these two are married to each other, the demons. So, Lucky Devils, issue number 3. And like I said, Charles Soule, who is doing that Daredevil book. Jeff Lemire does fumble from time to time, but he's great for sure. I mean, everyone does, right? I guess, I don't know. Maybe he wanted to do a team up. Maybe he wanted to do a team story versus an individual story. Okay, last two. This is a heavy shirt. I'm sweaty. This one should be a no-brainer. This is the standard issue. Issue 14 of the X-Men. Lots going on in this one. The last couple issues is we saw the bounty hunters take down Scott Summers because he needs to go get the Phoenix Force for them, and so we had a fight with them, and then also Alpha Flight came in because they're in Canada, So that's where we left off, but we did get a really cool part with this character and his fight with Charles Xavier, which was actually kind of cool. I always forget his name. He's a newer dude, but he's a pretty powerful psychic as well. I do believe he's Omega level. I think he's Omega level. So, issue 14 of X-Men. Yeah. Rick Remender doesn't fumble. Immaculate catalog, all bangers, no skips. I do enjoy his books. I can't wait to read the newest issue of Napalm Lullaby. I'm like 2 weeks behind, man. 2 weeks behind. Sad. Saturday morning, we're waking up and reading comics. Comics. I got my table all set. We're going to read comics. And last issue of this week is the pick of the week. This one seemed interesting to me. It seemed kind of gross. It seemed right up my alley, especially with Muse being in the story of Daredevil, which we can talk about if you guys want to. I forgot to talk about it. But this one, I saw it and I'm like, okay, this might be interesting. This one is I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer, issue number 1. It's so grotesque. A fashion school serial killer. So Rennie Barthari has just been accepted into New York City's most prestigious fashion school. Her designs are daring, edgy, and singular. Made of human flesh. Did we forget to mention Rennie is a serial killer who simply wants to be a fashion designer instead? Stupid, pesky, murderous urges. So I thought that was kind of a funny play on the serial killer, kind of like Dexter. You know how he went after bad guys and that kind of thing. So this is written by Doug Wagner, and it's got art by Daniel Hilliard, and it's an interesting premise. So I like the serial killer stories, so decided to give this one a shot. So I was a fashion school serial killer, issue number 1. Seemed interesting. Yeah. And that's the polar. Dude, so many books. God. Thank God we get a little bit of help at the store because they get so many books. We have a lot of great books to read in the next couple of days. That is for sure. All right, you guys ready for Knick-Knack of the Week? It's gonna be multiple knickknacks. So we have a couple of stories to talk about with WonderCon. Was just the last weekend. WonderCon, baby! The press pass. What? You need a PR guy? You have an image problem? Is that because I have so many images of image? But yeah, WonderCon happened. I went for Friday and I went for Saturday. Didn't go back on... Did you just rim shot yourself? Yeah. Here is the program book. It was really cool. I see the drum. Yes, you rim shotted. So I mean, for a first convention, I think WonderCon is an amazing first convention. If you've never been to a convention before, it's nice, it's small, it's walkable. If you show up early, you can get great parking right next to the convention center. LA is definitely a lot larger. It's a lot larger. It has a bigger artist alley, huge artist alley at LA. With them too, you're gonna see a little bit more. Yes. What up, Superior? How are you, man? Yes, our Bratman Forever passed away, unfortunately. Yep. Sad stuff, man. But I mean, it's a nice little convention in Anaheim. So if you ever wanted to go to a nice small convention, get your feet a little wet into the convention space, see what panels are about, see who shows up. WonderCon is great. It's definitely a lot easier to get into than, let's say, a San Diego Comic-Con. They were selling passes all the way up until it ended, so you can really go anytime. It's a nice little convention, and I think, as like I said, the first one, it's great. For me, I've been to so many. I've seen a bunch of the same people. It's like, you know, I did get to meet Serious Joker. Great dude. Talked for a couple minutes. I'm the awkward one. I'm very awkward in person. So very cool to see him again. I saw him in San Diego and we've been talking, of course, on like Instagram and stuff, but never in person. And we finally talked in person. It was cool to meet him. But yeah, let's talk about what we got at the convention. So this is the book. Of course, if you follow me on Instagram, I was posting some of the stuff that we got. This was actually a really quick sketch that someone did of me with the Cartoonists Society. I might actually make this my profile picture on Instagram. It's freaking perfect. He drew it in like a second. So really good there. Ah, yes. So this comic book, we ran into this gentleman, Brock Smith, art by Zen Snowden, and this is with Z Rock Comics, and he made this book called The Ferryman. The Ferryman. So this is a story of the Ferryman, if you know the story, and it does have actually really, really cool art. And, you know, he just talked to us about being an independent writer and creator, and he's like, you know what, man, just, you know, give me a shot. So we gave him a shot. I paid the dude $10, got this book. I think it's really cool. I followed him on Instagram too. Really cool cat. So Z Rock Comics, if you guys are interested, feel free to check that out. No way. No way. No way, Brett, you're lying. No way. Dude, you're gonna have to talk to him. We're gonna have to set something up. That's awesome. No way. Well, congratulations to him, man. You know what? The reason we got it was he stopped us. And, you know, Brock, that's crazy. So he stopped us and he gave a badass pitch. He was a great salesman. So I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's get this book. let's get this book. So I like the art. I like the D cover. His D cover looked really, really cool. Unfortunately, he didn't have that ready, but you know, really cool story, and he gave a good sales pitch. So yeah, that's crazy that he's your clerk. So hey, congrats to him, man. And issue 2 is launching in 2025. So there you go. Dude, the text in the back almost looks like he uses what do you call it? The Avatar font. Just kidding. Just kidding. What's it called? Papyrus. It's not Papyrus. I don't think so. It might be, actually. But dude, congrats to him. He actually did a couple panels too. I wasn't able to show up, but yeah, congrats. The Ferryman, issue number 1. Z-Rock comic. And if you were Papyrus, yes. I'm sure he's busy. He's a busy fellow. Just like we have to talk to Leonidas. I'm so nervous. But I do want to have an interview with Leonidas. I think that'd be really awesome. You know, I always wanted to be a filmmaker, so I just want to know more about his creative process, you know, working with a team, leadership, that kind of thing. So if you're watching the stream, looking back, I don't know if I got a good copy, but we decided to grab this one, man. First issue of X-Force. What? Leonidas is not? No, he isn't. I'm sorry. Leonidas was the director of photography for Star Trek Unification. You freaked me out. Superior, you freaked me out. I'm like, no. I just saw him posting. Leonidas is not dead. Yes, King Leonidas in 300 did pass away. But Leonidas, our good friend, our good friend who is the director of photography for Star Trek Unification, the amazing short film, he is alive and well, hopefully, and he's actually not trailblazing. He's jet setting around the world right now. He's living the life with his wife. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. But if you're watching the stream, we did get this issue number 1 of X-Force. I never had X-Force, so you know, I love the. Isn't this Rob Liefeld? Printed in Canada. Look at that. Printed in Canada. I don't know if that's different. Crazy. Do you have a Sega? No, I don't. I actually don't have a Sega. No, I don't have a Genesis or anything like that. Let me grab the other stuff. I only have a PC right now, actually. I have a Switch. Switch 1. Alright, so the rest of the stuff that we got was mostly art, but I did buy. I talked to this lady, and she had a cool story. So I got this book from her. Oh, she closed it. That's rad. So this is JD's story. JD's story in the beginning. I rebought the OG Sega again, the Sega Genesis. You got the Sega Genesis? So the premise is, after her life is changed forever by religious terrorism, teen JD must decide what she believes in while keeping her family together in a divided village surrounded by supernatural forces seeking to destroy them all. So, yeah. Pretty crazy stuff. This takes place in East Africa. And it intrigued me, and she had, you know, really cool personality. So again, if I like you, I'm gonna support your story. So I liked it. This is book 1, and yeah, this is by Alicia Diane Publishing. So her name is Alicia Diane, and this is jadisstory.com. Did you get the? Oh, nice. Red Rim Sega OG. I did the same thing. Dang, people are finding the OGs again. But JD's story. Haven't read it yet. But again, she was a really awesome person. Nice person. Now slowly buying games again. The one thing I do want to do is, technically I do have the NES plugged into that TV. I would love to get more games. So my next convention I want to go to would be like a gaming convention, like a retro gaming expo or something. You know, I think that would be really rad to see some really cool old gaming stuff. Maybe even buy something for the room. I think that'd be fun. But old retro gaming stuff, that is my bag, baby. Yeah, I never was a Sega person. I was always a Nintendo. MK123? Mortal Kombat for Sega? So this next piece, most of the rest of the stuff is art. I got a piece of art for everyone in the household. So this one is for our cat Milky. It looks just like her, and she's like the Milky Way. So her name is Milky Way. So she's an astronaut cat, and this was absolutely perfect. So yeah, I like this one a lot. It was really cute. There's a mouse droid. So there's this one. And then there's, let's see. Oh, yes. So I got two other ones. This one is a very beautiful piece of End of Evangelion. Very, very beautiful piece of End of Evangelion. The colors do not show up well on the camera, but it's gorgeous. And it's, yeah, at the end of that movie. Kind of like the aftermath. Not even the Rebuild series. I think it's just the normal End of Evangelion. So I thought that was pretty. And getting that framed would be really cool. All these are going to be framed for sure. And then finally, very, very big story. You're going to see the video of him signing this. But this is Larry Houston, who was the director and co-creator of the X-Men 92 show. So he signed this, Larry Houston, to me, my X-Men. Yeah, got that signed. So, funny story. I got super excited about hooking my camera. So I figured out that I can hook up this camera to my DJI Pocket. I hooked it up on the side, and I was very, very impressed with myself. So I just started shooting stuff. Little did I know that I left my signed Larry Houston art on the table. I paid $40 for it. By the time I found out, or figured out, it was gone. So I had to walk my butt back over to the gentleman, ask for one more copy, because I said it wouldn't be fair if I asked for it for free. And he's like, dude, yeah, I'm sorry, that's terrible. If I see it, I'll look out for it. I'm like, okay, cool. So I paid $80 for it. Shit. It's such a stupid story to tell, but you know, my name isn't Nerd Genius. But Larry Houston, he said this one's even more special because it says to me, my X-Men. So very, very happy with that. Gonna get this one framed for sure. Starting to get tired? No worries, Lewis. I hope work's going well, dude, and I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by, bro. I appreciate it. And I promise you I'm gonna watch your movies. Gosh. I beat myself up every weekend because I'm like, you had the time to watch the movie and you didn't do it. So I'm gonna watch it, promise. But that's basically what I got from WonderCon. We also got a piece of art that is Megan Thee Stallion as Rogue. That was a pretty cool piece. But I was very impressed with myself for making this camera rig. Please? Will do. I will. Gosh. I feel terrible, dude. I feel terrible. But yeah, I had a great time with this DJI Pocket camera too. Really good time filming with it. It was a lot of fun. $2,000 on Hot Toys? I wish. God. If I had that kind of money to blow on that, yeah, I wouldn't be in this apartment. I would be in a different setup for sure. But that's the dream for all of us, right? To get to a point where we can have that type of disposable income. That would be rad. I mean, I would love to have... I already have an amazing... And I'm very blessed with an amazing room. With an amazing apartment. To have a roof above my head. With a good job. But, you know. It's not that we want more. It's just that would be cool. That would be cool. Oh. Look at that. Right on time, huh? Crazy night, you guys. Crazy night. Yeah, we started the night talking about Val Kilmer, and I got hit hard by that YouTube. They were flagging my video like crazy. So, very, very possible that it's going to get taken down. I'll die before that to get the chance. Aw. You're going to make it, dude. You're going to make it. You said you're a graphic designer, right? Or you do some graphic design work. Do you have a portfolio on there and out there? Definitely just got, like we talked about with writing, you know? Just gotta start doing. I found back in 2017, the best way to learn how to do even this kind of stuff, streaming, video, is just to start. You have a design background, branches off in many mediums. I feel it. Me too. I feel it. Yes, absolutely. So I am a noob. I am learning every single day about cameras, about focal lengths, about exposure. I am a noob when it comes to this. Videography and photography is a very expensive art. Like I was messing with this ND filter. This is an ND filter. I was messing with it so much that way I can keep the same ISO the entire time. So I was like holding the camera like this and messing with the ND filter. It was a lot of fun, and I'm learning a lot. But I still am not master at it. And you'll see, I have a vlog, kind of like a vlog video coming up Friday or Saturday. Hopefully Friday. Been doing design since you were a kid? Very cool. Drawing and everything. Media and design are my... Really? Wow. You've been doing like multimedia stuff, like video and streaming and stuff? I have a pimple growing. Oh no. Definitely gotta just keep going. I think I showed Brett my first YouTube channel. It was terrible. It was terrible. I mean, it's fun to learn. You should do short films. Oh, cool. Very cool. I wish I did. The one thing about me is that I get shy. I get very shy. So even when I go to conventions now, like asking people to film, I really shouldn't be shy. I really shouldn't. But I'm
anyways,
just like,
crypto.
But I'm just like so nervous when I go up to like a cosplayer that put so much work and effort into it. I'm just like, oh, kind of. But then after we start going, I kind of just find a groove and we're just kind of cool. Let me see. My first channel, it has 15 subscribers, and they're all my friends. My first YouTube video I posted was, wow. I've noticed you talk to people when asking them to do stuff. I can't ask for it. Oh no. 7 years ago. I posted this video 7 years ago, and it was me learning YouTube thumbnails, learning editing, a bunch of stuff. Crazy looking back at all this. I still think some of it's really cool. I have an issue talking to people. I guess it's just the confidence, you know? You should feel confident in your craft, you know what you're doing, and if you don't know what you're doing, just pretend like you do. Fake it till you make it, get through it. And as long as you're, you know, earnest about it, usually, especially cosplayers, are very chill. They want to show off their work that they did. So if you like ask them, I get nervous because I'm like, oh, you know, I don't look like I know what I'm doing, that kind of thing. But then it's like, you gotta take that out of your brain. You gotta push that out of your brain. And it's more of a conversation, you know, like, hey, would it be cool if you did this? And then if they don't like it, they don't like it. But I didn't do that many cosplay shots for this vlog. It was mostly learning both of these cameras and then trying to get them in sync so that the footage looks fairly cohesive. Because I go from a 15 mil to a 48 mil, different focal lengths, and I'm trying to keep the color the same. The Canon shoots warmer than the DJI, so I have to now do that in post, try to get them the same, so I create different LUTs and save them out, so that way it's cohesive. At least somewhat cohesive. Try to. Like, all that's kind of fun to figure out, you know? It's a new thing, because I can make a Photoshop really quickly. I can do other stuff really quickly, but this is just a new horizon, a new thing to kind of figure out.
I'm not. And go to Antarctica.
I won't. I'm not.
She will go to Antarctica for me because I pay tax. I should be able to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Followed by the government.
We can't go to Antarctica without being followed by the government.
I pay tax. Why can't I go to Antarctica?
Antarctica is closed.
But they have bases here. They got a scientist.
Yes, they have military
there.
bases.
They literally have a science harassing other things, and they're tired.
It looks like some people can visit Antarctica.
Why can't I? I pay tax. Why can't I talk to a dolphin without the government getting upset? What is the dolphin going to do?
Let me stop.
What's the dolphin going to tell me? What is the America don't want me to know?
Were they in Antarctica or were they in the North Pole? For the thing.
scientist?
No, for the thing. That's what I think. I think the thing is over there.
Oh, the portal?
No, there's a movie called The Thing. Where does it take place? Does that take place in Antarctica?
I'm sure that's not Alaska.
Nah.
That's where we found the portal to the ultimate universe.
No, it's in Antarctica. You're right. You're right, Superior. It's there. It's in Antarctica.
So why they actually shot it there?
I don't think they shot it there.
The only people that have been there in like mass have been from Nazis. Okay. We need to go to Antarctica.
Okay. All right, everyone's getting loopy. Everyone's getting loopy. Kurt Russell did save us. Hey, didn't John Carpenter say something about the ending of that there's a big hint and no one's ever gotten it? That'd be a good video. Someone needs to find that video. If one of who is the thing at the end of it. That's a good video. I'm gonna write that down. Who is the thing at the end? But thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Superior.
Said that we should be asking these questions because it's a red flag. AI said it's a red flag. We can go to Antarctica.
Okay.
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 We need to
Thank you, Brandon.
Gavin Newsom.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Lewis. Who else was in chat tonight? My phone, my computer's getting loopy. Who else is in chat? Collector. Thank you for hanging out. Mando. Thank you for hanging out earlier. My ear thing came off. Ah, gross. And thank you again to Arrow Nutrition. Be sure to check out arrownutrition.com/nerddom for 10% off your order. If you guys want a good tasting, good energy drink without the crap. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for your patience. And we will see you on Sunday for some Atomfall. Xbox Game Pass exclusive. So we'll see you then. Thank you all for hanging out. You can grab some ASAP. I appreciate that, Brett. Oh, and just to let you guys know, if you purchase using my code during the stream, there supposedly is an alert that's supposed to go off during the stream. Just letting you know. So it's a little bit fun thing that the Arrow guys whipped up. So I appreciate the support. Thank you guys so much. good night, and we will see you Sunday for more Atom Fall. It should be fun. And keep an eye out for that WonderCon video. Gonna have that out possibly Friday. So keep an eye out. Stay nerdy, stay classy. We'll see you later.
Aragorn's a tracker hunting coons at night. Gimli swinging axes, but his aim ain't right. Legolas is prepping, shooting buds off logs. Harlan's painting toenails, yelling at the dogs. Saruman's a neighbor's always causing grief, scheming in his tower like a backwoods thief. With the swamp behind and the mountains ahead, we're just good old boys doing what Gandalf said. Frodo's carrying the ring and it's dragging slow, but we're marching through the mud with a steady flow.
Of Arrakis, it's me, Shia, your beloved sandworm of the desert. Many people are saying Paul Atreides, little Paul Atreides. I call him Pesky Paul. He's Al-Mahdi. People are calling him Lisan Al-Gaib. Pesky Paul's calling himself Muad'Dib. He said, Muad'Dib, I'm a little desert mouse, just a humble little desert mouse. And he is very tiny. I saw him.
Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. All of their shoes are from New Balance. The turtles used to battle all over New York.
It was radical.
Now they work late nights in customer support.
It pays the bills.
They would break dance in their teens, and now they use sleep apnea machines. Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles.
Hey Colonel, this is Snake. I've made it to the insertion point. I stayed pretty warm due to that anti-freezing peptide that you gave to me, but I have to admit I was able to smuggle out my smokes in my stomach. You know, it wasn't fantastic, but I gotta have them ciggies. Psychic powers are cheating. I'm gonna plug my controller into port 2. Hind D. More like D Hind. Ho! But seriously, what's a Russian gunship doing here? Big back, big back, big...